Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, everyone. It is 11:22 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this 7th day of June 2021. Happy Monday. Taking a look at Bitcoin here. It's a little earlier than I usually do these recordings, and a lot can happen between now and when we actually post this video. But really just want to take a quick look here at where we're at, because we've got here a little bit going on as far as actually, let me talk about patterns for 1 second, because continuation patterns are very common. I mean, they're the things that most experienced traders look for, because they have such a high positive expectancy rate, especially if we're talking about trending markets. And so let me just get rid of as much of the noise here as possible. But when you look at this price action of Bitcoin, what do you see? You probably see a triangle, right? And that's what most people are looking at. But I just want to go through some of the problems with that. So if you're using this wick here, that extreme low, and then you draw it up here, it's like, oh my gosh, it broke the triangle. Oh my gosh, it's so bearish. And where are you drawing your trend lines at? Because things can get all over the place. I really, really like, for cryptocurrencies, until they become much, much, much more bigger, I really like to focus on, just the open and the close. So American bar charts, that's kind of what they focus on. And then Japanese candlesticks focus on the total range. But given how volatile a lot of the swings intraday, intra-month, intra-week can be, finding just the open and the close, I think, are the most important. And then establishing trend lines from those levels seems to be the most appropriate, and I think can tell a better story than anything else. Because no matter which way you want to really look at this, we have a bullish breakout, yeah, but then we came back down to retest it. So here on the daily chart, excluding that trend line, what we're looking at is a test of the breakout above a descending triangle. The descending triangle is a very strong, naturally bearish pattern, and it has a really high positive expectancy rate if it shows up in after a down move, because it's just continuing to move south. We're not seeing that real bounce up here like big. We're not seeing a huge rally, so it should be watched, especially because we're right up against this high volume node. And I feel like we've been talking about this kind of ad nauseum ever since middle of last month, that we've been trading inside this little bit of a range here. So it gets noisy. All right. It gets really noisy when you've got all this crap on your screen, and it's really easy to get lost in the bigger picture when you're seeing these kinds of whipsaws and price action and this just broader consolidation. Point figure really, I think, is a benefit and a blessing here, because it really does break up the noise a lot. So I've got 3-point figure charts for Bitcoin here. I've got on the top left, I have the $1,000 3-box reversal chart, and the top right, it's the $500 3-box reversal. And then the bottom left is the $100 3-box reversal chart. So on the $1,000 3-box reversal chart, what we see, get rid of that there, is we actually have a triangle. All right, we have a bearish pennant on this chart, and trend lines in point and figure are very easy to draw. And let me get the next one. So according to this, I mean, really the breakout is going to be one to pay attention to either direction, because if we break out south, we are breaking a double bottom and we're breaking down below the triangle. If we break out north, we are breaking a double top and we're breaking out of a downward trend line. So no matter which way you look at it, there is a possible sustainable move in either direction. but still nothing really clear there. Then we get to the $500 three-box reversal chart, which this one's actually been a really good trader, the $500 three-box reversal chart. Now I'm looking at this chart, there's a lot of opportunity on here to be both bearish and bullish, but it's mostly indecisive in here because it's just a lot of kind of whipsaw stuff going on here. If we want to short, we have to wait for a return to 33,000, but then there's not a lot of potential to go any lower. If we want to go on the bullish side, we have to wait for a return back up to 39,500, which is near some key major resistance levels. So again, nothing clear there either. Short-term trading is kind of the name of the game here, I think, for the meantime, until there's a clear breakout. So the $100 three-box reversal chart gives a little bit more context to what's going on, because we can see we're trading up against that broader downtrend angle in that bearish pennant. And we have a really nice setup here, bull-wise, because we could have a triple top break. So at 36,800, that would be the buy entry zone, and the vertical profit target would be at 37,800. That's where that would be. On the bearish side, it's a little bit more limited, because we'd have a break of a double bottom, and then there's not a ton of movement to go before it may find support. So again, the whole thing is kind of stuck in a lot of ways. But the breakout level to pay attention to, most definitely, when you have all these different options in front of you, is really just paying clear attention to where the volume profile is at. Any close below, we'll say 34,500, that really could trigger a pretty steep move south. And we just really need to pay attention to that. Looks like we had like a really nice test on the 3rd to see if we would, create some momentum higher, because we did break above this high volume node at 38,000, and I think the volume was still lower. Average volume continues to drop. So yeah, there's just not a ton of conviction here on the bull side. It still looks very much like a move to the south. Every day that goes on now, the potential rise is further limited because of where the Kijun-sen is at. So last week we were looking at possible move up to 40 to 43K. Now we are looking right at that 40,500 level is kind of our max upper range that we should expect to see. So yeah, and still maintaining that the move down will probably find support around that 24 to 28K zone is where you probably see it find a little bit of a bounce. But otherwise, no changes there. From all of us at Exchange Rates UK TV, thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.